Good morning, dear readers. Happy to be with you. Yes, yes, yes. We keep on reading. That's wonderful for me. I thought we had to stop. You see the snow behind me. This is in Belgium, but it's not now. I love this picture. It was last week, I think, or the week. No, I think it was last weekend. So remember that Mr. Madeleine, he went to see Fantine. Well, she's in bed. She's very, very ill. So, mon enfant, dit le médecin, calmez-vous. Hein? My child, said the doctor, calm down. Calmez-vous, why? Because it's the verb se calmer. Hein? Calmez-vous, calm down. Votre enfant est là. Your child is there. She's waiting for her child. Remember Cosette, who was living with those Thénardier, the innkeepers, not very nice to her. Les yeux de Fantine s'illuminèrent et couvrirent de clarté tout son visage. So the eyes of Fantine, s'illuminer is like to light up. So here they lit up and covered her whole face, hein, tout son visage, her whole face, de clarté. With clarity, but I think we could say maybe with light. Elle joignit les mains avec une expression qui contenait tout ce que la prière peut avoir à la fois de plus violent et de plus doux. So she joined her hands with an expression which contained everything that, you see that, tout ce que, everything that a prayer can have at the same time, à la fois means at the same time, of the most violent and the most soft or the softest. So she's there, hands joined, and her expression is there is something very violent, but also something very soft. Because they told her her child is there. Oh, s'écria-t-elle, apportez-la-moi. Oh, she screamed out, bring her to me. Okay, but this is not an easy construction. Apportez-la-moi. If you want to have more explanation about all those little words in French, la-moi, please tell me, I can make a video. Touchante illusion de mère. A touching illusion of the mother. Yes, I think I know what the writer means because, like, bring her to me. Yeah, well, let's read on and see. Cosette était toujours pour elle le petit enfant qu'on apporte. Yes, exactly. So, Cosette was still, yes, toujours can mean always, but also still, for her, the small child that one brings. Yes, but, Cosette is now a big girl, and it's like, she should have said, like, let her come to me and not bring her. But in a mother's mind, a child is a child forever. Pas encore, reprit le médecin. Pas en ce moment. Not yet, resumed the doctor. Not at this moment. Yes, in French you say in this moment, meaning at the moment. Vous avez un reste de fièvre. You have, un reste means, it's not to rest, it means a leftover of fever. You still have a little bit of fever. La vue de votre enfant vous agiterait et vous ferait du mal. So the view or the seeing, the fact that you see your child. And then we have the conditional tense, agiterait, would agitate you, but maybe would shake you. And ferait would do du mal, wrong to you, would harm you. Faire du mal is to harm. That would harm you because she's really, really sick. Il faut d'abord vous guérir. So it is necessary first to guérir, to cure or to make you better. Monsieur Madeleine s'était assis sur une chaise qui était à côté du lit. So Mr. Madeleine had sat down, and this is what you call the plus que parfait, on a chair which was at the side of the bed. Elle se tourna vers lui. She turned towards him. Elle faisait visiblement effort pour paraître calme et bien sage. So she did visibly an effort to appear calm and bien sage means like very wise, like a well-wise girl. She wants to be wise. Yes, she wants to show I can cope with it. I want to see my daughter. Comme elle disait dans cet affaiblissement de la maladie qui ressemble à l'enfance, afin que, la voyant si paisible, on ne fit pas difficulté de lui amener Cosette. So, exactly. So, as if she said, in this weakening of the fact that she's weak by the disease or the sickness, which looks like childhood. So she looked a bit like a child. She tries to keep herself calm and sweet, like as if she was a child, so that, so that in order to, or so that seeing her so peaceful, one ne fit pas, didn't make any difficulty to amener, bring to her Cosette. She's a little bit like, oh, look, I'm a sweet girl, I'm very peaceful, so that she can see her daughter. Cependant, tout en se contenant, elle ne pouvait s'empêcher d'adresser à Monsieur Madeleine 1000 questions. But meanwhile, and this tout en, we had that a few times, and it means while she was containing herself, she could not s'empêcher, avoid or prevent herself from addressing Mr. Madeleine, asking Mr. Madeleine 1,000 questions. Avez-vous fait un bon voyage, Monsieur le Maire? Have you made or had a good trip, Mr. Mayor? Yes, because he has gone to Cosette to get her, which is quite far. And so he had to take a coach with a horse. Oh, comme vous êtes bon d'avoir été me la chercher. Oh, how you are good to have been to search her to me, to have gotten her, to have fetched her for me. Dites-moi seulement comment elle est. Tell me only how she is. A-t-elle bien supporté la route? Has she well supporté? It's like to stand or to cope with. Has she been able to cope with the road? Because, in those days, to make a long trip, it was dangerous, it's tiring, and so on. Hélas, elle ne me reconnaîtra pas. Too bad, she will not recognize me. You see, this is the future tense ending in A. She will not recognize me. Depuis le temps, elle m'a oublié, pauvre chou. Since the time, it means it's been such a long time, she has forgotten me. Pauvre chou, poor child. Chou really means, it means cabbage. That's what you say. It's very sweet to say, oh, my little cabbage. In French, mon pauvre chou. Les enfants, cela n'a pas de mémoire. Children, and she says that instead of they. It's a bit like she addresses them as a group. Children, that does not have a memory. C'est comme des oiseaux. It's like birds. Aujourd'hui, cela voit une chose et demain une autre, et cela ne pense plus à rien. So, today, so a child, sees a thing, and tomorrow another thing, and that doesn't think anymore of anything. Ah, rien, rien is nothing or anything. Avait-elle du linge blanc seulement? So, did she only have, here seulement means like only or like just, did she have white linen? Ces Thénardier la tenaient-ils proprement? So those Thénardier, you know, that's the two innkeepers who were not nice to Cosette. So, tenaient-ils, did they keep her clean? Comment la nourrissait-on? Comment la nourrissait-on? How did they nourish her? How did they feed her? Oh, comme j'ai souffert si vous saviez. Oh, how I have suffered if you knew. De me faire toutes ces questions-là dans le temps de ma misère. So, to make or to ask myself all those questions, and those is in the c'est and la at the end. Sometimes, I'm sorry, sometimes you can put si at the end. That means these questions. And when it's c'est la, it's those questions in the time of my misery. Maintenant, c'est passé. Now that is the past. Je suis joyeuse. I'm joyful. Oh, que je voudrais donc la voir. Oh, how I would like to see her. And donc means so. Yes, it's something you add to a sentence. We cannot really translate it, but so, how much I would like to see her. Monsieur le maire, l'avez-vous trouvée jolie? Mr. Mayor, have you found her beautiful? N'est-ce pas qu'elle est? Isn't it that she is? And then I think what is coming, I think jolie. Let me see. Ah, belle. Belle also is beautiful. Huh? Jolie or belle. Beautiful, my daughter. Sorry, guys, I need some coffee. I hope you have something to drink too. Wonderful, wonderful. OK. Vous devez avoir eu bien froid dans cette diligence. So you must have had well cold. Yeah, in French you say you have cold, not you are cold. So we have to translate it. You must have been cold in that diligence. That's the coach, which is pulled by horses. Est-ce qu'on ne pourrait pas l'amener rien qu'un petit moment? So the est-ce que, yeah, that's to ask the question. Couldn't one not bring her nothing but a small moment, just a small moment? On la remporterait tout de suite après. So we or one would remporter, would bring her back tout de suite, immediately afterwards. Dit. Hey, dit is like, tell me. Vous qui êtes le maître, si vous vouliez. You who are the master, if you wanted. She's really begging to see her girl, her daughter. And she said, you are the master. You could if you wanted to. Il, which is Mr. Madeleine, il lui prit la main. He took her by the hand. Cosette est belle, dit-il. Cosette se porte bien. Vous la verrez bientôt, mais apaisez-vous. So Cosette is beautiful, he said. Cosette is doing well. So that's the verb se porter, means she's doing well. You will see her. Verrez, it's the future of voir. You will see her soon. But apaiser, like become peaceful or calm down. Apaisez-vous, calm down. Vous parlez trop vivement. You're talking too lively, with too much energy. Et puis, vous sortez vos bras du lit. And then, you're taking out your arms from the bed. Et cela vous fait tousser. And that makes you tousser, cough. It makes you cough. En effet, des quintes de toux interrompaient Fantine presque à chaque mot. Indeed, they can't. A can't means a fit, hein? Like a strong fit. Fits of coughing interrupted Fantine almost at every word. Fantine s'écria. Fantine screamed out. Je l'entends, mon Dieu, je l'entends. I hear her. My God, I hear her. So she thinks she's hearing her daughter. Elle étendit le bras pour qu'on se tue autour d'elle. So she spread out her arm pour que, so that one, se tue, coming from se taire, be silent, so that they are silent autour d'elle, around her. So she's like, almost like saying, shh, showing with her hands, be silent. Retint son souffle, she held her breath, et se mit à écouter avec ravissement. And she started to listen with ravissement. She's like with delight, really delighted. Il y avait un enfant qui jouait dans la cour. There was a child who was playing in the courtyard. Oh, reprit-elle, c'est ma Cosette. Oh, she resumed, this is my Cosette. Je reconnais sa voix. I recognize her voice. But she forgot that Cosette is now a big girl. She's not like yelling and playing in the courtyard. But she says, I recognize her voice. L'enfant s'éloigna comme il était venu. So the child, s'éloigner means like to move away. You see the word loin in there, far. So this child moved away as it had come. La voix s'éteignit. So the voice died out. Normally, éteindre is to extinguish. Like, yes, extinguished, or I would say the voice died out. Fantine écouta encore quelque temps. Fantine listened encore, means like more, quelque temps, a little bit of time more. So she listened some more. Puis son visage s'assombrit. Then her face s'assombrit, became dark. Sombre is dark. Her face became dark. Et Monsieur Madeleine l'entendit qui disait à voix basse. So, and Mr. Madeleine heard Fantine, who was saying in a low voice, meaning softly, comme ce médecin est méchant de ne pas me laisser voir ma fille. As this doctor is méchant, bad, evil, not to let me see my girl. Il a une mauvaise figure, cet homme-là. He has a bad figure, that man. So she's like raging against the doctor because he does not allow her to see her girl. Cependant, le fond riant de ses pensées, de ses idées, revint. Meanwhile, le fond riant, it's like, riant is laughing. It's like the laughing bottom. Let's say the laughing animal or the joyful element of her ideas came back. Elle continua de se parler à elle-même, la tête sur l'oreiller. So she continued to talk to herself, her head on the pillow. Comme nous allons être heureuses. How we are going to be happy, she and her girl. Et elle se mit à rire, and she started to laugh. Il avait quitté la main de Fantine, and il is Mr. Madeleine. He had maybe dropped the hand of Fantine. Il écoutait ses paroles comme on écoute un vent qui souffle. He listened to her words, ses paroles, what she was saying, As one listens to the wind which is blowing. Yes, in English it's to listen to, not in French, it's just to listen something. You see that? There's no preposition. So, as one listens to the wind, wind that is blowing. Les yeux à terre, his eyes to the ground. L'esprit plongé dans des réflexions sans fond. So his spirit, his mind, plunged in, deep in, reflections without bottom. Okay, so deep, deep reflections. Tout à coup, elle cessa de parler. All at once, she stopped talking. Cela lui fit lever machinalement la tête. That made him lift automatically his head. So he lifted his head, he looked at her. Fantine était devenue effrayante. So Fantine had become frightening. Elle ne parlait plus. She didn't talk anymore. Elle ne respirait plus. She didn't breathe anymore. Elle s'était soulevée à demi sur son séant. So she had soulevé, lifted. À demi means half. Hein? Half lifted herself. Herself is the se. Sur son séant. On her bottom, like sitting up. Son épaule maigre sortait de sa chemise. Her thin, meager shoulder came out of her blouse. Son visage, radieux le moment d'auparavant, était blême. Her face, radiant, the moment before, was pale, all white. Et elle paraissait fixée sur quelque chose de formidable devant elle. And she seemed to, fixer means to stare, on something of formidable, of enormous, of grand, in front of her, à l'autre extrémité de la chambre, at the other extremity of the room. Son œil agrandi par la terreur. So her eye agrandi, wide open, like very big, grand, wide open by terror. Mon Dieu, s'écria-t-il. My God, he screamed out. Qu'avez-vous, Fantine? What do you have, Fantine? And we are now ending on a cliffhanger. We don't know what's happening. She's very sick. They're talking about her little girl, but we will have to wait until next week. Well, so guys, you will have to come back. You will have to be there next week to know the end of the story, or not the end, but the rest of the story. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Bye-bye.